All right, let's try that again. Repeated reverberation, 2 red, instant. When you next cast an instant spell, cast a sorcery spell, or activate a loyalty ability this turn, copy that spell or ability twice. You may choose new targets for the copies. Oh wait, when you next cast an instant spell, cast a sorcery spell, or activate a loyalty. Okay, so it's copy one of those 3 things. Got it. That seems like too much for 4. Dread Presence, 3 and a black for a 3/3 Nightmare. So we got a Hill Giant here. What else does it do? Whenever a swamp enters the battlefield under your control, choose 1. You draw a card and you lose 1 life. That seems great. Seems like we have a new Tatiova here. Dread Presence deals 2 damage to any target and you gain 2 life. So you can either start having your lands finish them off, or you can have the lands start drawing you cards, but only swamps. So it really wants you to play a lot of swamps. Seems more of a constructed plant for the kind of mono black approach, but we'll see. I would probably play this with any reasonable number of swamps in my deck. Mystic Forge. 4 mana for an artifact that says you may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast the top card of your library if it's an artifact card or a colorless non-land card, unlikely to happen much in Limited. And you can pay 1 life and tap it to exile the top card of your library. So then the real question for Limited is it worth 4 mana and a card to effectively pay 1 life to scry 1 once a turn? Don't think that's worth it. Like, Scryfish was pretty cool, but you get to know when you want to do it. But I don't know if that's worth it. Seems slow and clunky to me. Leyline of Anticipation, 2 blue. If Leyline is in your opening hand, you play it for free. Cast spells as though they had flash. We're not playing that. Night Pack Ambusher, 2 green for a 4/4. I like it already. It has flash, and other wolves and werewolves you control get +1/+1. At the beginning of your end step, if you didn't cast a spell this turn, create a 2/2 green wolf creature token. Funny, it's like looking to play well with Innistrad style wolves and werewolves. A little nod to that set. Brought Back. This is great as a 4/4 for 4. So if we're green, we're super happy to play this. Brought Back is white for an instant. Choose up to 2 target permanent cards in your graveyard that were put there from the battlefield this turn. Return them to the battlefield tapped. Interesting. This is a response to Wrath effects. I don't know how good it is in Limited, but it's an interesting constructed. I'm always curious, design space around a creature-heavy deck recovering from a Wrath, I think, is interesting design space that Wizards explores quite often. So, all right, we'll continue and see about playing this Ambusher. Maybe this Presence. Let's check lands, see if we got any duels this time. We did. We have a Tranquil Cove and Dismal Backwater, so we'll keep that in mind. And then I want to see uncommons, though. Two Ancestral Blades. That's exciting to me. I think this is a pretty great bear, as far as bears go. Angel of Vitality seems fine. That's a sideboard only. Warden is great if we're in the Skies deck. Noxious Grasp is a sideboard card. Yeah, this is going to be frustrating best of 1 format. Just a lot of things you just don't want to play main. Vengeful War Chief. Oh yeah, this guy gets bigger as you take pain. Blood-soaked altar. Oh yeah, this is the kind of build-around-ish. Could get out of hand, but boy, it's expensive. Still, if we have the stuff to sack, if we have those pups, kind of almost mean how Wizards is setting up the sacrificing of puppies to the blood-soaked altar in this set, huh? Onboard count. Maybe I didn't look closely enough. Yeah, if it targets you. How many spells in limited are targeting you? I just don't see main decking this. We'll see our removal in black soon enough. We have Novice Pyromancer. I think she's pretty great. That's removal. Yeah, it's strong. Meteor Golem is strong. We'll play that no matter what. Here's an Overcome. I want to try Overcome, see how good that is in context. Scuttlemutt is fixing for anything, and Diamond Knight is kind of life gain. Oh no, sorry, I was thinking this was one of those life gain things. I might try Diamond Knight too, depending on how the rest of our pool looks. But the things that excite me at Uncommon are the Ancestral Blades, the Warden, and the Chandra. Now let's go check out our commons. We do that by color here. Passivism, nice. I'd play Angelic Gift. It draws a card. You just have to be careful when you deploy it. Make sure that lands. 4 Dawning Angels. 2 Raise the Alarm. Inspiring Captain to go wide with the Raise the Alarms a bit. Foot Soldier. Oh, only 1 Foot Soldier, so that doesn't do much. 2 Frost Links and Moat Piranhas. Bone to Ash. I kind of like the blue-white look here. I kind of do a soft, hard H, if that makes sense. Chandra. I don't know. I worked at Wizards for 7 years. I'm still not exactly sure how to pronounce her name, but I feel like it's not just shh. It's not, like, right? CH is not pronounced shh. Can you also play Core Set 2020 Sealed? Not unless you got invited to the streamer early access event, Vaporkin. So yeah, the looks like there's support for a blue-white skies potentially, but let's see what else we got going on. A couple of murders that always makes me interested. Soul Salvage is great. Sanitarium Skeleton allows for some of that value sacrifice. But this doesn't look great to me. Just the murders. Maybe. Like, yes, I like the 2 murders, but what else are you excited about, Blackadder, that makes you be like, gotta play black because of this? I am lending you my account for a while, Vaporkin. You're here. We're doing it. I mean, you tell me what to do anyway, right? So it's kind of like you're playing. Soul Salvage is good. Splinters is okay if you for sure have fodder like Skeleton. Infuriate. Don't seem, well, this is pretty interesting. Aggro red. Kind of a red flyer, basically. Yeah, we have a double gift and a rabid bite. Silverback. It seems good, too. What do you think? I think there's arguments for all 5 colors, really. You've got the 2 murders. You've got decent looking skies deck in blue-white. I think I'm like least impressed with the murder. Like, everybody's excited about 2 murders, but I'm not seeing much else. Like, if we reset and just look at black holistically, I'm not sure I'm happy with what I see here. I think y'all are overvaluing black just because it has a couple murders. This is kind of interesting. Let me take a look at a blue-white build. Axe for the flyers, maybe. Golem. Like that. In the spirit of not overthinking things, we're going to give this a shot unless this is completely out of whack. 12 creatures is a little low. But let's try it. Splash black for what? Well, we're going to throw down a couple of soldier tokens, try to use one of them to block that vampire. Hey, Oni. Welcome back. Now, I want to try and do this quickly so it's not obvious that we have raise, but we'll do what we can. That's pretty impressive. How do you beat a 7/6 on 3? I guess we find our pacifism, huh? I mean, we sit here chumping it, but I think we go ahead and chump this vampire for right now. And yeah, we'll go Warden. Just trying to find pacifism. Find land, we can start playing out Dawning Angel, and with some chumping, can start to put on some kind of race here. High risk, high gain for playing this card, of course. If you do get pacified or the blue tap enchantment, that's going to cause some trouble. All right, not the worst either. Buys us a little time. Stop for one life for each creature card. But yeah, so this is the graveyard feeder that's going to do a lot of work in this format. What is this? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll make this trade. And now we get to drop a Dawning Angel. Yikes. I think they feel like it's going to be a key player in M20 Limited. They're probably right. I'm going to attack. Nah, I'm going to stay. Yeah, no, I'm going to stay back. I don't want to trade this off in case we need the mana discount to cast another Dawning Angel next turn. I feel like we'd be in great shape if it weren't for 7/6 on 3. That were just any kind of normal creature. But we can also just take it all here and try to set up for a big 3-for-1 just to clear the board next turn. Hey, look what came our way. And we'll attack here. We have more life coming with Dawning Angel here. Hey, Brian. Yeah, we started early because, well, this event started early. And as I was saying, my kids aren't in school anymore, so I don't have any morning obligations. I can jump right on. Yeah, I think we just want a Dawning Angel here again. I can also leave Bone to Ash up. But we gotta actually threaten to block these things. I guess we could... Yeah, trouble is we have only one white. So, I guess we'll use all our mana here. Hopefully we'll draw another white next turn. You can call them premium instead of foils. Premium is a good generic term for gussied up regular card. And we're definitely not blocking with the Warden here. Although we've played out all of our flyers, maybe we are. Maybe I attack with the Angel and now we'll actually accept blocking with the Warden. Hey, we even got our extra white source. Now we got all sorts of things we can do. We got Bone to Ash that we could keep around. I think we just want to... Could even play the Blade and equip it. Actually, let's start with an attack. Although I'm going to play this first because I want to make sure that if they decide to trade with the Warden, we don't lose that discount. No drafting today, just seal all day long. Let's play this and end the turn. I could just equip this to the Angel, but I like trying to trade off for the Thief if Oppo decides to attack. They get the one card. But we get this trade-off, and then we can throw the equipment upstairs on our turn. I don't think that's going to be enough. All right, off the schneid, we come up with the win here. Yeah, I think this goes live tomorrow. That's my understanding. You got it, Fiddles? A little low on land, but we're going to keep this. On the draw, we have more opportunity to draw out of it and find our lands. And we do have a turn 2 blade. Great, some land is just what we wanted to see. Just need a second blue source for this Bone to Ash, but I like that we have a blade on 2 and pacifism if needed. This card feels great. It just feels so good to make a grizzly bear that I know has this significant late game application. We have not looked closely at the mastery system. We could... I'm not quite ready to pacify the Spitfire. We pass here. Boo! Really wanted to see a second blue source by this turn. It would be very powerful to have Bone to Ash up right now, but that is not to be. We do have 2 Dawning Angels coming, and the mana for that at least, but not super psyched by this situation. We do get to send in with the Ancestral Blade, if we don't mind offering up the Sanitarium attack back, and I don't, so let's send this in. Again, not quite ready to pacify yet. Just don't think we need that. And now I'm totally going to draw an island because it would put us in the spot of deciding between Angel and keeping up Bone to Ash, so... This is classic Magic Gods, put an island on the top of the deck here. Nope. We get Winged Words instead. Let's go ahead and play Dawning Angel and then try and Winged Words next turn. Back to 20, and yeah, we'll attack. Murder most foul. Four, 5, so we can get to 6 mana. Closing in on 7 for the Meteor Golem. But let's just play another Dawning Angel. Hey, Sir Petrock, thank you.
You're welcome.
I wasn't talking to you, Siri. That was for Sir Petrock. I'm going to say no blocks because we may go land, Meteor Golem, kill the Spitfire, and then have a double block on the Epicure. We could also do that. I think this is a time for Winged Words for sure, and then we decide between Pacifism and Keep Up, Raise the Alarm. We find land, we get both. Can't find land to save our life, though. If we pacify, we stop this 4/4, but we lose out on... they get to keep the ability there on the battlefield, which I don't know if I like. I'm going to think... Let's try and raise the alarm and triple block. And if this doesn't work out for some reason, it's not the worst. We're only losing a 2-mana spell and half of this card, right? If this turns into a blowout. Hey, Tenno. Thanks for the host. Yeah, this is sealed, Raptor. What up, Tupperware? We are in early access. No, camera view is where we want it for right now, Oni, so I can do things like this. If we want to right-click and look at Ancestral Blade or whatever, you can actually see it, and if I'm in Battlefield view, I cover it up. So we're trying deck building view to allow for visibility. All right, another island, finally. I think we just golem here, though, and take out Golem the Golem. And then we have Angel to trade with the Spitfire eventually. Yeah, this looks good. Bucky asks, how is sealed in terms of maximizing use of gems for going optimal? It is terrible and you shouldn't do it. You should watch your favorite streamers play sealed and avoid it if you care. If you don't have a budget, if you're playing at free-to-play levels, you want to avoid sealed. It's just not good. So we can play the Angel here. We can pacify here. I kind of want to keep Bone to Ash up now if possible, but that means only 3 extra, which we could use on pacifism. We could even... I like... let's throw the Blade on the Golem and attack for starters. If they want to start using Sanitarium Skeleton, that's fine. It's a lot to spend every turn. And it goes to hand. It doesn't exile it, though, so we might use pacifism on the skeleton. It's annoying enough. But I'm gonna just pass here. Let's see if we can catch something with this Bone to Ash. They release sealed before draft, partly as homage, nod, / meeting expectations of what the first experience with a new Magic set is in Magic community. You know, it's it's kind of trying to mimic the pre-release. But yes, because it's more expensive, they do sealed first because it's the biggest gem payout, gem cash in. Then they keep it traditional draft only for a while because that's a gem paywall. So basically, Wizards pretty straightforwardly saying we are putting the new set behind gem-only access early on. It's not surprising. It's what you do with your hot new thing. You put out the velvet rope and take advantage of the early demand. I do not think I would advocate for draft coming online sooner because it comes out pretty quick. Like when is traditional draft available? I mean, you tell me. Like because it's sealed's available tomorrow, right? I just feel like a handful of days of sealed only is fine, and then traditional draft shortly after. All right, now we got a Bone to Ash target. A week? A week is a while. I guess I would advocate for something sooner than a week, but I mean, I guess that, again, mirrors real life, right? You go to your pre-release and play sealed, and then wait a week before you can draft. You don't have to wait 8 days, Zach. Only if you like money. So we now have 5, 6, 7, 8 total, so we can cast a 4 and still leave up Bone to Ash. But we cannot cast Piranhas. We can but we can cast Captain, so I'll do that. I'm going to manually tap, even though it's tapping it correctly, because it's kind of a giveaway that it taps correctly, whereas if it manually taps, it looks like I'm trying to bluff another Bone to Ash or something. And yes, they get this again, but we're going to make him do it. I think we put the pacifism on the skeleton eventually, but I want one more turn here to try and Bone to Ash something good. Alright, let's pacify the Skelly now. Get our attack on for real. And with this board, I don't mind just sitting back on this Bone to Ash. They're in removal colors, so they may be able to remove something here that we can't counter. But in general, I think we're going to be happy to prevent any major creature obstacle from hitting the battlefield. Befuddle, not bad. But again, can't really play any of this blue stuff if we want to keep the Bone to Ash up, which I do. And the argument you could make is that we don't lose to another creature, we lose to removal, and so we could just dump creatures out, you know, Warden and Dawning Angel or anyway, we could play the Angel and just try to apply pressure in the air, but I would, again, rather just keep Bone to Ash up until we're behind on board. Well, we'll probably use Befuddle, but no need to use that yet. Yeah, I'm going to say they probably don't have a creature to play, or if they do, fine, shields down. See if they sack it. Yeah, they got the bone splinters. It's alright, we got action. Yeah, that's the card I wanted to see too. Now we get Warden. And Dawning Angel. And Piranhas aren't going to do any attacking, so I'm just going to actually, well... Let's do this. Funny, we finally got another island, and it turned out not to. I didn't even use it this turn. Can throw a damage around, but I think that's not... Well, they can... Yeah, they can do some chucking of creatures here. They get to pitch that at the angel, then move it to the skeleton, and pitch the skeleton at the angel. That's actually a very good draw for them. But we do still have the warden up in the air that we hope is enough here. We can also make some flying piranhas on defense. I'm not sure what Tupperware is waiting for, maybe talking it out, but yeah, it seems pretty clear to me that you just take out the angel with this equip. And you start a nice little loop here with the skeleton, and we just have to try and race that loop. So now with 10 mana, let's see, they can pay 3 to get it back and 2 to equip. So they can do that. They can throw around 2 damage a turn. Really? Wait. Oh, non-combat. Yeah, all right. No blocks. No, if they throw this at our face, they this becomes a 4/3. Hey, how about we just win? I'm still not exactly sure what's going on here. My problem is I don't know what's new and what is what's left over from the old mastery system that I didn't use either. So really don't know what's going on here. Trying to figure out if I even want to figure that out today or not. Do you want to play more with this deck? Or maybe we should... You know what? I could use a early bio break here. Why don't we resign this one? And we'll get another one started. Well, then you take a look at it while I go away.